Fanta is one of the most popular globally recognized soft drinks and is one of Coca-Cola's most successful products today. However, most people may be shocked to hear about the beverage's dark historical origins around the time of the Second World War. The story of modern-day Fanta began in 1923, when Robert Woodruff had just been elected president of the Coca-Cola Company. He had big ambitions for finding a global market for the company and the dreams of expanding the brand and building success in more countries. Coca-Cola was at the time far from the globally recognized brand that we know today. Coca-Cola rapidly expanded throughout Europe, and the future success of the German branch was originally under the responsibility of Ray Rivington Powers. Under Powers' guidance, Coca-Cola's sales skyrocketed in Germany, but after his untimely death in 1838, he was replaced by Max Keith, a 30-year-old German-born man. He too had plans for the success of Coca-Cola in his home country. Hitler's control ushered in a new dawn for Coca-Cola under the reign of the Third Reich. Little did he know that he would later become the founder of Fanta. Up until this point, Coca-Cola's main operational headquarters in the United States, still led by Robert Woodruff, had done little to discourage the expansion of the brand under Nazi Germany. In fact, the brand was so popular that it became one of the official sponsors of the 1936 Olympics in Berlin. Posters and public advertising widely featured the Coca-Cola logo besides the swastika. Keith used a 10th anniversary party for Coca-Cola Germany to order a mass Nazi salute in honor of the dictator's 50th birthday. He declared that this was to commemorate their deepest admiration for their Führer. In addition, Keith followed German troops into conquered countries such as Italy, France, and Holland to take over their respective Coca-Cola businesses. By 1940, Coca-Cola was the undisputed soft drink king of Nazi Germany. However, as war intensified and the United States were forced to enter the war after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the future of Coca-Cola in Germany looked bleak. After all, the company could not be seen providing soft drinks to the enemy in the times of war. In addition, the German government was threatening to seize enemy-owned businesses. Coca-Cola headquarters in Atlanta also cut off communications with Keith in Germany and halted the export of Coca-Cola's secret flavoring syrup. Coca-Cola Germany was on the verge of going flat. Keith could not produce Coke, and the Nazi government could seize his company at any moment. But he had an idea. He needed an alternative beverage specifically for the German market. Working around the clock with teams of pharmacists and chemists, Keith oversaw several concoctions that were all horrendously unpalatable. After much trial and error, he struck upon a drink that was made from the leftovers and scraps from other produce markets. This byproduct of cheese curdling, apple cores, and beet sugar had miraculously resulted in a drinkable, translucent liquid that looked similar to our modern-day ginger beer. To name this concoction, Keith told his team to use their imagination. Joe Knipp, a salesman, pitched Fanta, short for the German word for fantasy. Due to the crisis in limited supplies being provided to Germany, the popularity of Fanta exploded and it was quickly transformed into a recognizable household name. It was used as a sweetener for a variety of cooking and baking needs as well. Keith used his connections in the Third Reich to gain a position overseeing all Coca-Cola plants in Germany and the territories that it conquered. This allowed him to spread Fanta across Europe, and the drink became so popular with the German population. More than 3 million cases of it was sold in Germany and the occupied countries by 1943. There is little doubt that Max Keith collaborated with the Nazis. You could not do business inside of Nazi Germany unless you collaborated with them. Despite never actually joining the Nazi party himself, Keith was willing to work with the Third Reich to keep the company afloat, and the top priority was ensuring the prosperity of Coca-Cola. But in his hunger for profit, he was only too happy to take advantage of the opportunities offered by the Nazi regime, even making use of forced labor. When the war was over and the Germans' enemies eventually marched on German factories, the production of Fanta ceased, and Keith handed over the profits of his creation to Coca-Cola headquarters in Atlanta. Coca-Cola discontinued Fanta after World War II, but following the launch of several drinks by Pepsi in the 1950s, the brand competed by relaunching Fanta in 1955. The Fanta drink evolved, and was rebranded as Fanta Orange. Its primary flavor became citrus fruits, with a bottling plant in Naples, Italy, producing and selling Fanta Orange from locally sourced produce. By the 1970s, it had reached global popularity as the drink we know today. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Please subscribe and thank you so much for watching.